Guys, don't be sad because the festival is over. Be happy because you can have a woodward on your head! Oh my god! Hello then, my fellow hunters, and welcome to a joyous, jubilous week. Because while we may have lost the festival, what we have gained is so dang good. But before we delve deep into said dang goodness, you know what we gotta gosh dang go do-ness. I'm so sorry. Anyway, we head over to our wood that could. I've just got woodward on the brain, you know. You can't really blame me. You'll see. Not our woodward, our feline. Good old Monday. Check out your bounties, and now of course we are out of the festival, so they are back to your usual weekly affair. Still very much worth doing though. The rewards are great, especially the tickets, and you have your other 3 categories to work on too, should you indeed care for it. After that then, we head over to Alma, and this is where the fun really gets started. First and foremost, this is your last week to do the Arch-Tempered dahaad free challenge quest to get your gold time to secure your new pendant. And I hope you are having a smooth time with this, but even if you're not, as I say, a week still to go, and I wish you good luck with it. In any case then, on to the actual event quests. We still have a nice amount of smattering of the permanent ones, something like Endless Sky, Endless Sea, still very, very good for those armor spheres, and your Arch-Tempereds, etc. But what joins us as new is a duo. The first is There Goes the Neighborhood, and this is a 9/5 souped up Yian Kut-Ku, which is just utterly wonderful. I don't really think there is a better choice, maybe except literally Chatacabra left in the game. Well, I guess Zuwu for an actual, like, cool fight, but in terms of making something silly powerful, Yian Kut-Ku is just it. The actual Carnage Kut-Ku himself then is inclined to be large, silver or gold crown, because of course it is, and past that it's got your usual 9/5 but not unlike a regularly threatening monster soup-ups to it. Does a lot more damage compared to normal, and it has a lot more health compared to normal. Though that said, the more damage compared to normal still isn't that much more damage, and the more health compared to normal is a bit more appreciable. You'll be beating on him for a while, but it's not exactly, you know, ridiculous. After the world of 400,000 gogmazios, everything kind of feels a lot more flail. In any case, though, he is fun, and that's what matters. Having a Kut-Ku actually able to hold its own a little bit is so enjoyable. I do wish he would have come with, like, his own flock. That would have been really entertaining, but as it stands, it's still a really, really joyous 9/5 to get. The rewards are nothing ridiculous. They're just good for what it is, but nothing unique or super crazy farmable going on here. It really is just for the thrill of the hunt, and let me tell you, the thrill of this Kut-Ku is mighty. Honestly, he really is one of those movesets that you kind of just underestimate most of the time because he's so, like, ineffective, and as soon as he starts actually doing damage, he can certainly catch you off guard. I still think a Jarakan takes the reins as the hardest not main at 9/5, but Yian Kut-Ku honestly is kind of making a little claim. In any case, I wish you the best of luck with him, and more than that, I wish you a really good time with him. After that then, something real juicy, playing the long game, and in this case it really is a long game with 2 leviathans in the arena. Some slithering slender monsters have converged on the wounded hollow, and I really, really like this because 1, it's an 8-star hunt, you've got a 5 purple star tempered Balahara with a technically only 3 purple starred Mizutsune. It's a really fun combination that obviously is impossible to happen otherwise outside of an event quest like this, and that makes it really, really entertaining. But the real kind of pièce de résistance is the reward being a woodward likey-like. But before we get on that then, the real genius here is that the Balahara is a large gold crown and the Mizitsune is a small gold crown. It really does kind of set up Balahara as the air quotes real threat, and I think that is just so absolutely entertaining, and this is the kind of event quest you really want to see. Something that's a combination of monsters that isn't going to happen outside of it, where there's some parameters that are funky and different, and it just creates a hunting experience you can't get outside of specifically this event quest. And I, for one, am really, really, really happy it's a thing. So I wish you luck completing it. It is definitely not going to be as chaotically, maybe even as far as hard as the triple Blangonga was, which was kind of ridiculous if you didn't separate them, but it's still a very satisfyingly chaotic hunt with two very long boys, slithering around the arena and hitting you in the back a lot of the time depending on who you're focusing on. Of course, it is illegal to use the fence in hunts like these because, you know, fun is everything. In any case, once they are defeated, collect your reward, that aforementioned wood likey like. You take it to the smithy then, and you unlock just honestly the best piece of armor in the game. Cotton is going to be absolutely beside himself. Down at the bottom then, we find ourselves with the eager Woodward. This thing is just wonderful. We get two versions, of course. Neither have any slots. They both have 3 mushroom answer, 2 earplugs, and survival expert. They're not transcendable to gain slots or anything because they're rare 8, and of course they're rare 8. Look at it. It's a Woodward on your head. I realize now, as I'm previewing it with my head armor turned off. Behold then, the eager Woodward with the shining, golden by default, but plenty dyeable afro. It's just not wonderful. I mean, comboing this with the Galadron chest, which again, Cotton is almost certainly going to be, it's just brilliant. And if you want a more understated, not normal Woodward, who looks like he's just drunk the blood of his enemies in my case, Jesus, then you can do it too. This thing is just brilliant. It's not going to be changing any sets, but it's certainly going to be having a splash on fashion, and I think genuinely is in the running for the single best armor piece, at least flavor and aesthetics wise, they've added in the whole of Wilds. Oh my days. So enjoy your eager Woodward, enjoy getting it, and enjoy sporting off your eager Woodward to any who'll look at it. And I realize now the phrasing on all of this could have been a little bit more carefully chosen, but hey, who cares? Other than that then, as I say, things return to normal in the hub. The festival is finished, all the event quests with it are gone. We now eagerly wait the next, mini title update 4.5 with Arch-Tempered Arkveld, and of course the return, actually, of the Blossom Festival, which would be kind of weird to get all the way back around to that. But in any case, have fun with all of the new little bits to be getting on with this week. And for now then, like if you've enjoyed this, subscribe and hit the bell for more. Consider supporting the future of the channel on Patreon down below, and until we meet again, a goodbye.
Josh, Cotton, and Hollow with the videos, dropping the humor like a hammer on your tippy toes, bringing entertainment on a daily arrangement to take our insanity and turn it into entertainment. Yes, I said entertainment twice, to reiterate that it is nice to look into your faces on a mostly daily basis when you let us in your homes to make the whole world a stage. Goodbye.